Well, good afternoon, everybody. Like it's been said a few times before, it's the post-lunch, very sleepy session, but I'll try to brighten it up. I think some of you know me as an actor, some of you know me as a philanthropist, a social activist, but I've been a little bit of a Chupa Rustam in terms of a developer also. So I'm here to share that aspect and more today. So I think you have a starting point, something that inspires you to enter into a certain phase. Now, for me, becoming a developer actually started very strangely. In 2004, ये चलेगा भैया? रीटेक करना पड़ेगा फिर से. Technical difficulty.
Our apologies for this technical hitch.
उस पर रिफ्लेक्ट करेगा. All right, we're back. I think technical team ने भी ज़्यादा ही lunch कर लिया आज. So, what am I doing at the Economic Times Housing Finance Summit? So, in 2004, we had an event which changed the lives of many people, including mine, which was a tsunami. So I remember I was partying because it was Christmas season, and छोटी-छोटी मना के party वाटी करके दोस्तों के साथ, I think it was 4 or 5 in the morning that I got home. And like you casually, before you go to bed, I mean, मेरी तो आदत है that those days I was a bachelor. So I switched on the TV just to see what's going on TV just before you go to bed. वैसे टीवी ऑन करके देख रहा था, and then I saw these images and I saw what's going on, and one thing led to another, and when I saw the kind of pain, the kind of suffering that was going on in there, like it affects all of us, हमारे देश में हमारे लोगों के साथ ऐसा हो रहा है, I couldn't go back to bed. And that just started bothering me कि यार I live right on the ocean in Mumbai. अब ये ईस्ट कोस्ट पे हिट हुआ है, अगर ये वेस्ट कोस्ट पे हिट हुआ होता तो क्या होता? What would have happened to my family? What would have happened to my home, my people? And that really bothered me to a point where I remember it was 7 or 8 in the morning. I went to meet my parents. We live in the same house. And I said, I'm going there. I said, कहाँ जाओगे भैया, क्या करोगे? What's the plan? I said, I don't know what the plan is, but I know I want to help. I want to go there and I want to do something. And so I landed up in Chennai. And there is some truth to how the universe conspires with you. You know, when there's a will, there's a way. Ways start to open up. I started meeting fans, and fans started asking me what I'm doing here, and I said, I want to do something, I want to help. And college kids started saying, sir, we want to help with you. Ab boliye kya karna hai? So I picked up the phone, I got in touch with a collector, and he was very helpful with what they need. And within 48 hours, we had raised 14 trucks full of medicines, emergency supplies, clothing, blankets, food, it was incredible to see how people just came together. You just had to give them a platform, you know. And we went there to do initially a certain amount of relief work. The relief work was a big challenge in itself because I remember कि वहाँ पे जब हम वहाँ पहुँचे, जिस दिन हम वहाँ पहुँचे, and I had taken close to almost 70-80 kids with me, volunteers, बच्चे जो कह रहे थे कि हम भी आपके साथ चलेंगे. मैंने कहा चलो, हम वहाँ पहुँच गए, and we got a warning that there's a possibility of another wave, another tsunami might hit. Tremors were happening. So there was so much of a mental pressure and responsibility, and people who were already in trauma and were shaken with fear were going through that, and I got to live as part of that for those few days. Khair, we scaled up operations, and it was phenomenal to see people from all over the country. I mean, I can't tell you, it was like miracles. हमें किसी चीज़ की ज़रूरत पड़ती थी और कोई वहाँ पे पहुँच जाता था, and he started saying कि I want to help. So we named the project Project Hope. I have a foundation called One Foundation that has been now globally recognized for the work we've done in terms of non-profit. So One Foundation structured a project called Project Hope, and my idea was to do something disruptive. Because when I was there, I realized कि इतने सारे NGOs हैं, और एक हफ्ते के अंदर ऐसा हो गया था ट्रेंड, जब हम रिलीफ का काम कर रहे थे, कि क्रेडिट वाली बात आ गई थी कि नहीं नहीं ये तो हमारा एनजीओ का नाम आना चाहिए, नहीं नहीं यहाँ तो हमारी फ़ोटो आनी चाहिए, नहीं ये काम तो हम कर रहे हैं, हम इतना पैसा दे रहे हैं. सो इट स्टार्टेड बिकमिंग मोर ऑफ दैट, एंड आई स्टार्टेड रियलाइजिंग इट बिकेम पॉलिटिकल, इट बिकेम ऑल अबाउट क्रेडिट, it became all about, you know, who's paying how much, who's doing how much, how do you measure somebody who doesn't have the money but is there morning, noon and night, seva kar raha hai, is giving his time in his life. How do you measure that? So I devised something which was called a lateral platform. Rather than creating a vertical platform, I created a horizontal platform and said Project Hope is for everybody. It belongs to everyone and it belongs to no one. You want to come on board as Khush, you come on board, you participate. You want to come on board as Economic Times, you come on board. You want to come on board as HDFC, you come on board. Everybody came on board. And it was great to see that. And what we did was we kind of divided the work and said कि चलो ये आपकी team handle करेगी, ये आपकी team handle करेगी. And our focus was purely on administering it. Now the relief, luckily for us, and it was the largest village, it was the largest, Devanampatnam Gaon was the largest village affected, with 14,000 plus people directly affected and becoming homeless. Now what happened because of this new approach was the relief work happened at a phenomenal scale, at a really rapid scale. अब वो ख़त्म हुआ काम, and it was time to go back home, and I just couldn't. I think I was just so emotionally connected by then, and I remember what kept me back was I kept saying, बच्चों के लिए एक playground बनाना है यार. तो people said क्या बात कर रहे हो, रहने के लिए घर नहीं है, मतलब खाने के लिए खाना नहीं है, कपड़ों की प्रॉब्लम हो रही है लोगों को, आप प्लेग्राउंड की बात कर रहे हो. एंड आई रियलाइज दैट कि जो बच्चे हैं दे आर सो बैडली अफेक्टेड राइट नाउ. सम ऑफ देम हैव लॉस्ट देयर फैमिलीज, सम ऑफ देम लॉस्ट देयर सिबलिंग्स, सम ऑफ देम लॉस्ट देयर होम्स. द साइकोलॉजी वाज सो बैडली अफेक्टेड एंड आई रियलाइज दैट द सर्वाइवर्स वो अपने बच्चों को देखते थे और दुखी हो जाते थे. दे यूज्ड टू गेट मोर डिप्रेस्ड. And I said, no, I just know instinctively we should put up a playground here. And we put up a small playground, some swings, seesaws, maybe merry-go-rounds and stuff. Two things happened. One, all the women started changing, becoming really, really positive. Started saying, you know, thank you for this and it's great to see my child smile. The second thing is, बच्चों को पकड़ना बड़ा मुश्किल था. Now they used to be consolidated in one place. Playground पे मिलते थे. तो जितनी इनॉक्यूलेशन की हम प्रोग्राम्स रन कर रहे थे, वैक्सीनेशंस की प्रोग्राम रन कर रहे थे, बिकॉज देयर वाज अ बिग थ्रेट एट दैट टाइम कि उस पूरे एरिया में देयर कुड बी एन एपिडेमिक, देयर कुड बी एनी काइंड ऑफ अ डिजीज आउटब्रेक. सो वी मैनेज टू गिव देम ऑल देयर वैक्सीनेशंस, देयर दूध, बिस्किट्स, the basic nourishment that they needed. And that got us a partnership of sorts with the women. And I truly believe that even though in this women are underrepresented in this room, but I truly believe that women are superior. They actually lead the way. If you partner with women, you will definitely be very, very successful. Because the men would find something or the other about to get upset, get angry, start throwing a fit, start saying कि चलो हम धरना निकालते हैं, government को जाके झगड़ा करते हैं. But the women were always looking at something constructive. तो हम उनके लिए सब्जियां ला देते थे, तो वो बना के सब्जियां पकाना शुरू कर देते थे. They would feed everybody. So they always had a positive approach. And the one thing that we always heard from them, that I always heard, I mean, most of them started calling me Anna, Nadigar Anna. They didn't know me from my films, but Nadigar in Tamil basically means actor. So it was actor bhaiya. And they started communicating with me कि हमारे घर नहीं है, हम क्या करेंगे. And that kind of triggered my first, foray in quote-unquote development. I said, इनके घर बनाने हैं, कैसे बनाएंगे? And started putting funds together, started bringing people together. Again, I met this very strange mindset. I met a mindset where people used to say कि अरे आप फ्री में दे रहे हो तो इतना फैंसी करने की क्या ज़रूरत है, फ्री में दे रहे हो तो ठीक ठाक दे दो, गर्मी रहेगी छत के अंदर, टिन रूफ के अंदर रहेंगे तो क्या फ़र्क पड़ता है, घर तो आप फ्री में दे रहे हो ना. सो आई स्टार्टेड फीलिंग ये फ्री में दे रहे हो मतलब तो दो ही मत ना, देना है तो कुछ अच्छी चीज़ दो. You want to give quality, otherwise don't do it. And when we started taking that approach, I said, how do I do this? I picked up the phone and spoke to some friends who were developing all these fancy golf villas in Bangalore. I said, bhai, aana hai, I need you to give me your vision. I need you to give me your time. If you were going to redesign a village, how would you redesign it? Bring me your planning guys. Bring me all your guys who get paid, who I can't afford, but tell them I have to do it free. फोटो खिंचवा लूँगा, फैमिली वालों को फ़ोन करके थैंक यू बोल दूंगा, दो चार आपकी तारीफ़ कर दूंगा, आपके लिए कॉर्पोरेट वीडियो शूट करना है वो भी शूट कर दूंगा, बट ये इसके पैसे नहीं दे पाऊंगा मैं. एंड पीपल जस्ट स्टार्टेड कमिंग टुगेदर. पीपल सेड यार आप मुंबई छोड़ के, अपनी फिल्में छोड़ के हमारे यहाँ साउथ इंडिया में आके ये काम कर रहे हो, हम आपकी मदद नहीं करेंगे. एंड दे जस्ट स्टार्टेड कमिंग एंड वी बिल्ट द मोस्ट क्वालिटेटिव स्मार्ट विलेज एट दैट टाइम. And it was delivered within a record time of 12 months, which had everything, whether you look at what today's standard of sanitation is. What is exciting is that just a few months ago, I was in Delhi for Habitat for Humanity's launch, the Swachh Bharat Abhiyan. We were partnering with them. As their ambassador, I was here. And suddenly, out of the crowd, out of the audience, one young gentleman stood up and said, Vivekanna. And I didn't understand because I was on stage, addressing the gathering. And he says, I want to just say one thing. And he came forward to me and he kind of just hugged me. And he says, I'm one of those kids. I grew up in Devanampatnam. And that house in 2016 is still rock solid. Now to me, that was greater than all the Filmfare awards I've won. For me, that as an award and satisfaction was unbelievable. So I decided, how do I expand on this now? How do you make something scalable? I mean, I do a lot of CSR. We run schools. We run a project in not far from here, 2 hours from Delhi, in Vrindavan, where we've rescued young girls, 5, 6, 7-year-old girls from child prostitution, from forced labor. We rescue them and we give them free food, free education, free healthcare. We were lucky to have Forbes acknowledge the project and myself as top 40 philanthropists in the world under the age of 40, because of which I got a huge amount of international single individual donors, readers from the Forbes, started picking up and calling and saying, "Aap itna acha kaam karo, we want to associate." People who have nothing to do with India, not NRIs, even white folk, just calling up and saying, "We'd like to sponsor the education of one of these girls." So it scaled up really well. Now something that kept bothering me when I live in Mumbai, and it's also been projected all over the world with Slumdog Millionaire as the land of slums. And I really feel that these people are so industrious and hardworking. Do they deserve to live like this? I'm fortunate. I have a beautiful bungalow by the sea. I have a garden. I have a rooftop. I live in luxury. But 5 minutes away, where my staff comes from, where my driver comes from, where my cleaner comes from, they live in jhopdas. They have nothing there. I discovered that also very strangely. How many of you seen a film called Company? So I did Company, and I was never going to get the film because Mr. Ram Gopal Verma said, I just finished my master's from New York University and come back to India. And he said, yaar, tum bahut polished lag rahe ho. Tum bahut zyada well spoken and articulate lag rahe ho. So I need a guy from the underbelly of Mumbai. He has to be rough. He has to be a Bhaigiri kind of character. I really wanted the role. I really wanted to get my break. I really thought that this is it. And I was a big fan of Ram Gopal Verma. So for that, I actually went and lived in a slum for the first time. I spent 2 to 3 weeks living in a slum to study the character. And I experienced what it is to live there. I remember one of my crazy experiences was कि रात को I heard some rumbling sound inside the खोली. वहाँ पे मुंबई में खोली कहते हैं, एक छोटी सी खोली मिलती है आपको. If you're lucky, it will be 10 by 10. And आप उसका भाड़ा देते हैं, पगड़ी देते हैं. And then, you get to use it for I don't know, छत. So उसके अंदर आवाज़ आने लगी and I started looking and I thought ये बिल्ली है but बिल्ली लग नहीं रही है. And then when I kind of looked closer, it was a big rat. इतना बड़ा चूहा ही इतना बड़ा था कि I was wondering कि how do people survive this? I mean, how do people live here? बाथरूम जाने के लिए सुलभ शौचालय के बाहर लाइन लगानी पड़ती थी. I used to sit and watch कि their joys of life used to be that गर्मा गर्म चाय, वहाँ पे ओपन सुअर चल रहा है, आप अपनी खोली तक वॉक करने के लिए जो बीच में पाथवे है, वो पाथवे के अंदर पता नहीं ग्रीन, ब्लू, ब्राउन अलग अलग किस्म के वाटर just flowing through and you're kind of just dodging it and jumping on either side and walking through it. And it was always in the back of my head कि this cannot be how we let our society progress. We live in big fancy glass buildings that are centrally air conditioned and just behind them we have these slums. It's going to be something bad. Something's going to explode if we don't start taking care of our own. It takes me back to the French Revolution. We are that 2%. Everybody sitting in this room wearing a suit and tie. Everybody sitting in this air-conditioned environment. We are that privileged 2%. And that privilege comes with a responsibility. And if we don't fix that, there is going to be a revolution. So I wanted to do something. This is the present housing conditions, what I was just referring to in terms of the slums. This is what we see in Mumbai. 4.9 is the average household size. That means about 5 people living in a room. I've just managed to get all my staff to acquire small 300 square foot units in Mumbai, help them finance their acquisition of their houses. Because one day I went to see my driver who was really, really sick. And I saw him living in a kholi which would have been smaller than my bathroom and had 10 people living in there at the same time. And I said, "Bhai sahab, iske liye aap 4,000 rupees dete ho mahine ka?" Can you imagine that? For that humiliation. Anyway, so this is what's happening. On the other hand, you have vacant apartments. You have a lot of development. So people are saying, "Bhai, toxic waste hai. Don't go into development. Kya kar rahe ho? Flat बनाओगे, हालत खराब हो जाएगी. हर builder की बैंड बजी हुई है." People are on one hand saying हमारे पास घर नहीं है. On the other hand, builders and developers are saying they're vacant flats. So there's some sort of a gap. There is some sort of a slip in there, right? So you have regulation. The government is putting out. You have Rajiv Awas Yojana, Indira Awas Yojana. In fact, I was just chatting a few minutes earlier saying that we are all waiting with bated breath to see what happens in terms of Pradhan Mantri Awas Yojana Grameen, because everybody's focus has until now been on urban. But Grameen is going to be a game changer. I'll get to what we're doing. This is my company, Karma Infrastructure. And we had a kind of a vision that, we wanted to be a pioneer in affordable housing segment. हम उसके पास जाना चाह रहे थे जिसके पास कोई नहीं जाता है. हम उसको जाके बोलते थे, जैसे वड़ा पाव वाला है, उसका सिर्फ ठेला है और रोज वड़ा पाव बेचता है, उसकी वर्किंग कैपिटल उसी में लिमिटेड है, सीमित है. अब वो कहता है मुझे घर मिलने का सपना तो इम्पॉसिबल है, क्योंकि मैं अपना धंधा चलाऊं या घर के लिए EMI भरूं, और मुझे अगर बैंक को अप्रोच करना है, हाउसिंग फाइनेंस कंपनीज को अप्रोच करना है, तो द काइंड ऑफ डॉक्यूमेंट्स दैट आर रिक्वायर्ड, आई डोंट हैव देम. सो वी स्टार्टेड अ प्रोग्राम इन थाने व्हिच वाज zero documents. Come with 0 documents, come and do your booking in 1 rupee. You can't imagine the line. There was a line. And our vision was, how do we get these people, train them? And it wasn't easy. We had to spend, in fact, a large component of our expense was in employing people, doing the reverse of what people do in terms of repo and recovery. Working with people, saying, अच्छा आपकी problem क्या बताओ? How do we help you work a recovery pattern that suits you? आपको per diem work करता है, आपको per month work करता है. How? How do we get you into a saving habit? So we actually worked with the people. And that gave us phenomenal response. In our first project, I look at this as a proof of concept. I wanted to say, ठीक है, आज तक की single integrated development में सबसे बड़ी affordable housing की scheme कितनी बड़ी है? And I was told that Shapurji Palonji has built something which was kind of mid-segment, somewhere I think in the east. We decided to beat that number and by a huge margin. We had 15,000 homes in a single gated community. 15,000 homes. People said, 500 नहीं बिक रहे बाजू में, आप 15,000 कैसे बेचोगे? Impossible. आपने जितना पैसा कमाया सब डुबाने के चक्कर में हो आप. And it was the reverse. We have still today vacant projects with developers that are way more established, have delivered a phenomenal track record all around us within a 5-kilometer radius. उनका 500 फ्लैट का माल नहीं बिका है, and we are sold out. Because of the kind of disruptive methods, the disruptive ideas that we kind of used to understand what is the psyche of the end user, what does he want to buy. And instead of going behind that one customer that has his banking documents in order, that 5 people are chasing, ये इसको मेरे पास लाओ, इसको मेरे पास लाओ, इसको मेरा घर. I went behind the opposite. I went behind everybody who nobody wants. ठीक है, आपको नहीं चाहिए ना ये? I will make you see that he is worth it. And we had a phenomenal result where we had only 1.2% defaulters. That's it. The default rate was 1.2%. In that 1.2% also we would address it. हम बैठने लगे, उनसे बात करने लगे कि how do you fix this? Okay, you're having a problem. You couldn't make your monthly payment. You couldn't make a payment for 2 months. How can we help you? So it's just about perspective. We've completed, like I said, 3 million square feet. Another 2.5 million square feet under construction as we speak. And 36 million square feet, we're looking at 128,000 apartments more in what we already own as our land banks. Now, what is the vision? The vision is to be India's most preferred affordable housing brand, to be known by the actual end user, not really in the corporate sector, but more in the rickshaw wala, in the community of bhaji bechne wala, रेडी वाला, कि यार घर चाहिए तो इनके पास जाओ, अच्छी क्वालिटी का मिलेगा और आपकी मदद भी करेंगे. So our core strength is that we've had a proof of concept in building, developing, delivering these homes of great value. In fact, you come and see our project in Shapur and you'll be shocked at what we are providing. We've already sorted out our land bank. We've already got our teams ready for us to launch into a major project, which is our Mission 360. We're in line with the government. In fact, in Maharashtra, we've been interacting with the Chief Minister's office, talking to them about what we've gained as experience and saying that how do you involve the government more in terms of creating that ecosystem and infrastructure for people like us to do our job better. What is our mission? Our mission is, like I said, to build high quality homes affordable to the common man with best in class amenities. Now when I say this, you'll be shocked that in the project we've already delivered, we have clubhouse, we have swimming pool, we have gardens, we have fruit trees that have been planted, so that tomorrow the kids of my customers can just climb a tree, pluck a fruit and eat it. You know, that is the vision, to create an environment that is green, that is friendly, that has every amenity that you can imagine. We'll get to that in a minute. So here's what our target is. That, and this is a big target, we're building 360 talukas of Maharashtra. Not a single one of our projects is going to be within an urban local body. Nothing is going to be within municipal limits. All rural. 360 talukas. Most of these 360 talukas we already have partnered or acquired in terms of land holdings already. Our target is to build 5 lakh homes within the next 5 years. That's a very, very big target. No one's done it. But that's our target. And we believe we can do it. We believe we can do it because we've partnered with some incredible people. So I'm really, really happy to announce that we've partnered with NCCL. Mr. Jasdanwala is a legend in his own right in terms of what he's achieved. He's going to be all of 82 this October and is still more vigor and energy than I have when he starts talking about this project. He's extremely passionate about this. I mean, they have delivered more than 20-25 crore square feet in terms of construction. They've had a huge, I mean, you can see the slide itself explanatory in terms of what they're doing. Their order book value currently is about 4,000 crores. And they have 1,600 professionals running it. Now, just to give you the scale of an established company like NCCL coming, what they're doing with us over the next 5 years has an order book value projection of 15,000 crores. That's 3 times, more than 3 times, almost 4 times what their current order book value is existing. That's the scale we're looking at. That's the scale we're exploring. We're looking at building something that's never been done before. So in every rural taluka, every aspiration that a man has, a rickshawala has, ki mera beta cricket khelega, you need guidance. Where are you going to get that guidance from? In every one of these talukas, we are setting up a Dilip Vensarkar Cricket Academy. We're lucky to have the legend on board. And we're sitting with him and designing how we can take his expertise and reach every one of our townships. How do we do that? How do we improve the quality of their lives by doing this? We have Suresh Wadkarji. For every child, housewife, closet singer, why shouldn't he have the opportunity? Why shouldn't he finish his day's work, 8 ghanta, 10 ghanta kaam karke ghar pe aaye? Why shouldn't he have the opportunity to pursue his music? So we have a music facility in every one of these 360 townships. We have a dance academy, which maybe I shouldn't say it because I haven't signed the dotted line with him, but hopefully we are tying up with Remo. And Remo's a good friend of mine and is really, really excited by doing this because he feels that this would really be in truly giving back in society. This is something unique what we're doing. Everybody in Maharashtra has a dream of ki beta afsar banega, government mein join karega. So the study circle coaching classes, we're bringing them on board to do 360 such coaching classes in every one of our facilities to help train people who want to attempt the MPSC. Now he's had phenomenal success with it, and we're really, really happy to have Dr. Anand Patil on board. So these are the announcement. We're getting a multiplex in every single one of these facilities, a little shopping center, tying up with Brick and Click for all the people who want to sell insurance and all kinds of SIP schemes, connecting the whole facility to VSAT, every single one of them, so that today you are connected with every one of my 500,000 home clients. That means close to 20 lakh people. And this opens the avenue for things like telemedicine, opens the avenue for things like tele-education. There's so much that we can do. We're really excited about partnering with the National Skill Development Corporation too, to use the same facility in the relevant hours to impart skills and improve the quality of life, the revenue. Now, this is something that we're doing in Maharashtra. We've already started. We've tied up with the MSME ministry under the Spurti scheme, and we're empowering women to be homeowners. And I feel that that's a whole different level of empowerment. क्योंकि पति से झगड़ा हो गया तो वो बोल सकती है घर से बाहर निकल जाओ मेरा घर है. But we're empowering women to be homeowners. So what are we doing for that? We're making them, through my foundation, make self-help groups, tying them up with the MSME, working with corporates who will do the entire offtake. So whether it's organic farming, whether it's making of garments, whether it's making of artificial jewelry, and we've tied up with people who are doing huge level of exports, and we're saying, okay, what is your price point? Can we beat it? And our target is to generate 12 to 15,000 rupees of income for each one of these households, and to encourage them to utilize that money to become a homeowner. That's the only target. We're giving them a mission and saying, we empower you, you keep at it. This is what we're looking at giving with each apartment. Our vision is to have an air-conditioned low-income group house. What's wrong with that? Why not? In our Shahpur property, we are giving everybody a cycle because Asangaon station is 5 kilometers away. And once he gets to Asangaon station, he's 45 minutes from Andheri, Thane, central Mumbai to go ahead and do his job. He doesn't have to be one of those 10 guys sleeping on the floor in a 10 by 10 ki kholi and saving that rent. And instead of paying that rent, he's actually becoming a homeowner and developing an asset for himself and his family. And all of this is at this kind of unbelievable price. All of this comes in at 7,90,000 rupees an apartment. So this is the dream, this is the vision, and the scale is huge. 500,000 apartments multiplied by roughly 8 lakhs, we're talking about 40,000 crores of work. And every single person in this room is a potential partner for us. So I invite you to come, share this dream, share this vision. I know our company's name is Karm, but I won't tell all you money bag guys that Karm kar, phal ki chinta na kar. We'll fix it in such a way that we make sure that everybody who associates with us participates and benefits from the wealth we're trying to create. Jai Hind.
Thank you so very much. So today we've got to know something new about you, the entrepreneur in you. Thank you so very much for joining us, and may I request the presence of Ms. Dhar once again. Like he said, that is going to be a very interesting session, a very interactive one, full of some fantastic pictures and anecdotes. Let's put our hands together for him yet again. Thank you for joining us. Why don't we have a picture, a frame for both of you?
Sure. Yeah.
Once again, a small token of our appreciation. We'd like to thank you for your presence.